Chosen one, listen to me very carefully and do not skip this urgent message. God just interrupted your day because a massive spiritual event is starting tonight. This is not just a random warning or a drill, because a monumental shift in the unseen realm will begin unfolding whether you are ready for it or not. And heaven desperately needs you to prepare your family right now. You are the true generational curse breaker of this bloodline. This message found you because your family tree is about to be completely cleared of the dark attachments that have been holding it back for decades. If you have been feeling an overwhelming sense of exhaustion lately, do not ignore it. You wake up feeling like you fought a heavy war in your sleep. Your shoulders are incredibly tight and your spirit feels heavier than it ever has before. This feeling is not a random accident. You are not sick, and you are certainly not losing your mind, because this sudden physical drain is a direct confirmation that a heavy spiritual extraction is taking place. The universe is pulling out every toxic root that was planted around your energy field. It is exhausting, but it is necessary. You have carried this invisible weight for such a long time. You smiled through the pain while secretly holding the fragile emotional foundation of your family together. They did not always understand your deep empathy, and sometimes they even judged you for being too sensitive or acting too differently from the rest of the group. But your pure sensitivity was never a flaw or a weakness. It was a highly tuned spiritual radar designed to detect the hidden enemies operating inside your inner circle. Heaven purposely hid your true power from them, so your pure frequency would remain completely protected from their jealousy and their toxic projections. The heavy war you have been fighting in the dark is finally reaching its breaking point. Energy vampires saw the massive blessing hovering over your family, and they desperately tried to intercept it. They knew they could not defeat the divine protection over your bloodline directly, so they maliciously decided to try and drain you instead. They thought if they could break the chosen one, the entire family would eventually crumble. But they severely underestimated the fierce angelic army assigned to protect your soul. You absorbed their negative energy so your loved ones would not have to suffer. You bravely stood in the gap and you took the hardest spiritual hit. God has been quietly gathering every single piece of spiritual evidence against them, and their spiritual blindfold is about to be ripped off permanently in front of everyone. Tonight is the exact moment the cosmic tables turn in your favor forever. The spiritual realm is opening a massive portal of absolute vindication and justice. The toxic cycles of poverty and betrayal that plagued your ancestors are being permanently destroyed tonight, leaving absolutely no room for those negative entities to ever return. The enemy is currently panicking because they can literally feel the divine correction rapidly approaching. They deeply know their stolen time is officially up. You might feel a strange, heavy pressure in the atmosphere right around you, and that exact pressure is the undeniable sound of karma aggressively knocking on their front door. Do not let this incoming wave of chaotic energy frighten or confuse you. You and your entire family are tightly wrapped in an impenetrable shield of divine light. The aggressive storms that are about to hit the people who betrayed you will never touch your home, because you have already paid the heavy price through your deep pain. Now it is finally time to collect the absolute peace that was promised to your entire bloodline. You are boldly stepping into a glorious timeline of extreme clarity and untouchable spiritual authority. The sudden physical exhaustion hitting you right now is just your human body making room for this massive energetic upgrade that is being poured directly into your soul. You need to gather your family emotionally and strongly prepare them for what comes next, because the massive vindication happening tonight is just the very beginning of a much deeper and completely shocking revelation. I will reveal exactly how this divine correction will expose the darkest secrets of your enemies. But first, you absolutely need to understand why this intense spiritual extraction is happening this exact week. You cannot afford to miss this crucial detail. Your spiritual survival depends on recognizing the exact signs that heaven is showing you right now. The exhaustion you feel right now is incredibly deep. It is not just a physical tiredness that a good night of sleep can fix. You have been carrying the unresolved trauma of your entire bloodline on your fragile shoulders, and you absorbed the heavy pain they refused to heal. You did it out of pure love, but it left you feeling completely empty inside. Every time you tried to help them, they pushed you away. They misunderstood your genuine empathy and labeled you as the black sheep of the family. You tried so hard to show them a better way to live, but people who are spiritually asleep will always attack the one person who brings the light. You felt so isolated and so deeply rejected by them. I want you to take a very deep breath right now. Let go of the heavy guilt you have been carrying for not being able to save them. It was never your job to fix their brokenness. Your only mission was to break the toxic cycle so it could not pass down to the next generation, and you are doing exactly what God designed you to do. The intense spiritual warfare you faced in your own home was designed to break your spirit. The enemy knew that if you woke up to your true power, their grip on your family would instantly vanish. So they orchestrated situations to constantly drain your energy while using the people closest to you to trigger your deepest insecurities. But you never surrendered. You thought your extreme fatigue this past week was just stress. You thought you were failing because you could barely find the energy to get out of bed. But remember that spiritual extraction I mentioned earlier? This is exactly what is happening to you right now, because the universe is aggressively pulling out the dark energetic cords attached to your soul. Those unseen energetic cords were secretly siphoning your high frequency. Narcissists and spiritual vampires attached themselves to your bright aura. They literally fed on your kindness while giving you nothing but chaos in return. But the divine extraction happening right now is completely severing those toxic connections. The spiritual drain is officially over. That is why your physical body is reacting so strongly this week. Your spirit is undergoing a massive surgery to remove years of accumulated emotional poison. You are being hollowed out, so heaven can fill you with pure abundance. And you had to experience this temporary emptiness before the ultimate reward could be safely delivered to your doorstep. You are a high-frequency soul living in a world that desperately needs your light, but you cannot pour from an empty cup anymore. God is putting up a massive energetic boundary around you tonight. The people who used to drain you will suddenly find themselves completely unable to reach your frequency, and they will literally feel the wall go up. You might even notice them acting strange or reaching out to you out of nowhere. Do not fall for their sudden attempts to reconnect. They are just starving because their main source of pure energy has been cut off permanently. They can feel the massive shift happening in the spiritual realm, and they are terrified of being left behind in the dark. Your family might not understand the drastic changes happening within you right now. They might even try to pull you back into the old toxic dynamics you just escaped. But you must stand firm in your new spiritual authority while fiercely protecting this precious frequency at all costs. You are the chosen one who holds the heavy key to their ultimate liberation. Heaven is asking you to simply rest and receive the deep healing right now. Stop trying to figure out how everything will perfectly fall into place. The divine plan is already in motion, and it is far more beautiful than your human mind can currently comprehend. You have successfully passed the hardest test. The season of agonizing spiritual warfare is finally behind you. They secretly want you to remain confused and exhausted so you will not notice the massive spiritual upgrades happening inside of you, but heaven is completely pulling back the curtain tonight. You are about to see absolutely everything with crystal clear vision. Your spiritual enemies are terrified of this exact moment because they know they cannot hide in the shadows anymore. But there is a very specific secret that the dark entities hiding in your family do not want you to know. They have been keeping this crucial piece of information from you because it contains the exact method of their upcoming destruction. They know that once you discover this hidden truth, their false power over you will completely evaporate forever. You always wondered why you felt so different from your own bloodline. You craved their deep connection, but they constantly pushed you away. It felt like a brutal rejection. You cried yourself to sleep asking God what you did wrong, but you never did anything wrong. because their rejection was actually a massive spiritual shield placed directly over your life. Heaven intentionally hid your beautiful frequency from the people who would completely destroy it. They could not understand your pure light. Your spirit naturally exposed the dark shadows they refused to heal. So they alienated you. They made you the scapegoat because it was easier than facing their own massive generational trauma. You were perfectly designed for this. Your kindness is not a weakness. It is a terrifying spiritual weapon to the dark entities operating inside your home. You do not have bad luck. You have a massive high calling, and the enemy desperately tried to crush your spirit before you could fully awaken to your true power. They wanted you completely broken, but God made your soul absolutely untouchable. You wake up constantly at 3 in the morning. Your heart beats so fast in the quiet dark. You feel a heavy spiritual presence in your room. This is the exact moment the universe is downloading high-frequency protective codes into your spirit. You are a genuine empath. You absorb and transmute the dense negative energy that surrounds your entire family tree. They never asked you to carry this heavy burden, but your ancient soul volunteered for this exact mission long before you were even born. You are the chosen cycle breaker. The deep trauma literally stops with you, and because you bravely took on that massive spiritual weight, the universe absolutely owes you a monumental reward. Your pure sacrifice was fully recorded, but now the rules of spiritual physics are completely changing in your favor. The universe is forcefully removing the toxic people from your immediate environment. You might feel totally alone right now, but this painful isolation is simply a divine quarantine. God is clearing out the low-frequency debris to make plenty of room for your massive upcoming blessing. Do not try to drag old relationships into this brand new timeline. They simply do not have the spiritual capacity to survive in your new frequency. You must let them go. Their heavy energy will only hold you back from the incredible abundance waiting for you. You were never the actual problem in your family. You were the exact divine cure they desperately needed. Narcissists and energy vampires do not target weak people. They strictly target the brightest lights because they are starving for pure energy. They saw your brilliant aura. They knew you were destined to break the dark generational curse they relied on, so they aggressively tried to dim your light, but their malicious attacks only made your spiritual armor stronger. You are standing on the very edge of a massive timeline jump tonight. The heavy spiritual attacks are officially ending right now. You must fiercely protect this new energy. Do not let them steal it. Save this video right now so you do not lose this powerful frequency when the massive shift finally begins tonight. The spiritual realm completely dictates the physical realm. Your daily struggles are just a direct reflection of an unseen cosmic war. You are God's strongest soldier. Heaven is about to hand you the ultimate victory crown you fought for. But you must stay incredibly vigilant during this final phase because the enemy is acting very desperate. They are plotting one last desperate attempt to steal your hard-earned peace. They know their toxic reign over your family is rapidly coming to an end. They are terrified of what you are about to become. But they made one massive miscalculation when they targeted you. They completely forgot about the strict laws of spiritual karma. They thought they could drain your beautiful energy without facing any divine consequences. They operated in the dark because they thought heaven was not watching. But God recorded every single tear you cried in secret. The universe has been quietly building a massive case against them, and their judgment day has officially arrived. A very dark secret is hiding in your family. The people who hate you are trying to conceal it. They realize their protective covering is completely gone. I will reveal exactly how their dark karma is playing out behind closed doors. But you first need to understand how they secretly stole your energy while pretending to be your closest friends. You have been desperately searching for a logical reason for your sudden exhaustion. You thought it was just a lack of sleep. You blamed your heavy workload. But remember the spiritual extraction I warned you about earlier? The deep fatigue you feel right now is the direct physical result of invisible energetic cords actively siphoning your pure life force. These invisible cords were not attached to you by random strangers. They were carefully planted by the very people you trusted the most. Energy vampires often hide behind the masks of close friends or family members. They study your deep empathy, and they specifically target your absolute willingness to heal their broken emotional states. In the strict laws of spiritual physics, energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred from one vessel to another. Your bloodline carried a heavy generational curse for decades. But God specifically designed your spirit to carry a massive generational blessing that would completely wipe out that darkness forever. The enemy saw this bright target. They knew they could never generate their own pure light, so they maliciously decided to steal yours instead. Whenever they created chaotic drama in your home, they were actually performing a dark spiritual transaction. They dumped their heavy anxiety onto your shoulders, and they quietly absorbed your peaceful high frequency in return. This is exactly why you always felt completely drained after simply sitting in the same room with them. You thought you were just being overly sensitive to their bad moods. But you were actually experiencing a brutal, energetic robbery in real time. Your pure soul was being used as a spiritual battery to keep their toxic reality alive. But you must absolutely never view yourself as a helpless victim in this situation. You are a powerful earth angel. Heaven allowed this temporary extraction for a very specific and strategic reason. God needed to draw all the dark entities out into the open. Your brilliant light was the perfect divine bait to expose their hidden demonic attachments. They thought they were successfully destroying your spirit. They laughed behind your back and celebrated your heavy moments of confusion. But they made a fatal error in their spiritual calculations. They did not realize that your high frequency was actually acting like a consuming fire. Every time they stole your energy, they were swallowing divine poison. Your pure light is highly toxic to demonic entities. It slowly burned their false identities from the inside out. And that brings us exactly to what is starting tonight. The spiritual battery they have been draining is being abruptly disconnected. The universe is completely shattering every single energetic cord attached to your sacred aura. When a deeply rooted spiritual cord is suddenly cut, your physical body needs intense rest to recalibrate. That is the true reason you can barely keep your eyes open this week. Heaven is forcing you to lie still while angels repair the massive holes in your energy field. Your extreme exhaustion is actually a beautiful symptom of divine healing. Right now, the people who relied on your energy are experiencing severe spiritual withdrawals. They are waking up in cold sweats. The heavy generational curse they tried to push onto you is rapidly bouncing back to its original senders. They can literally feel the thick darkness closing in around them because their stolen light is completely gone. You are now permanently sealed in a completely different timeline. Their low frequency can no longer locate you in the spiritual realm. You have successfully transmuted the dark karma of your ancestors. The heavy spiritual debt of your family tree has been fully paid by your pure tears. You are finally spiritually free from their heavy grip. But the divine justice system is not just about freeing you, it is also about absolute cosmic retribution. God does not just cut the cords and let the thieves walk away peacefully. The universe has actually prepared a completely inescapable trap for the people who maliciously tried to steal your destiny, and they are walking blindly into it right now. They think they are about to get away with their silent crimes. They are still desperately trying to manipulate the narrative to make you look like the bad person. But heaven is about to broadcast their deepest secrets to the entire world. The exact trap they meticulously built for you is going to trigger their ultimate downfall. You have always felt a deep shift coming in your spirit, but tonight is absolutely different from anything you have ever experienced before. The subtle signs you noticed over the last few months were just the universe preparing your physical body for this monumental, energetic crossover. Tonight, the massive spiritual gates are permanently locking. They are locking the dark entities entirely out of your timeline. There is no turning back from this exact moment. The cosmic scales of divine justice are finally tipping in your favor. You might feel a sudden rush of cold air in your room because your angels are setting up a permanent spiritual perimeter. That is the literal frequency of your protection activating. The generational curse breaker carries a very heavy responsibility. You were chosen to rewrite the tragic history of your bloodline. But heaven knows you cannot successfully complete this massive mission while carrying toxic parasites on your back. That is exactly why this aggressive shift is happening tonight. The universe is forcefully removing the parasites. You never asked for revenge against the people who betrayed you. You only asked for genuine peace and a safe place to heal. But the universe operates on strict laws of energetic exchange. The people who intentionally broke your heart did not just hurt a regular person. They maliciously attacked a highly protected child of the divine while you were simply trying to survive your darkest season. This is why their spiritual punishment is completely unavoidable. They cannot apologize their way out of this heavy karmic debt. They broke a fundamental spiritual law when they tried to dim your pure light. Heaven watched them smile in your face while secretly plotting your absolute downfall behind closed doors, and God recorded every single lie they told to ruin your good name. Now the divine gavel is finally striking down. The atmosphere in your home will completely change by tomorrow morning. The heavy tension that used to choke you will suddenly vanish. You will wake up breathing easier than you have in years. The toxic people who caused your massive anxiety will literally feel a heavy dark cloud descend over their own lives. They will suddenly experience the exact pain they gave you. This dramatic shift happens whether you like it or not. You might feel sorry for them because your heart is so pure. You might even want to reach out and help them when you see their lives falling apart. But you must absolutely forbid yourself from interfering with their divine correction. The universe is finally balancing the sacred scales. Your angelic team expects you to completely step aside. Do not block the deep karma that is meant for them. You have already paid the painful price for your massive spiritual upgrade. Your only job tonight is to stay incredibly grounded, while your angelic team rapidly builds an impenetrable wall of blazing light around your physical home. This is the moment you transition into a victorious ruler. The battle is already won, but the enemy knows they are completely out of time. They are thrashing around in the dark, trying to find one last vulnerability. They will try to use your deep empathy against you one final time. They might send you a random message or try to provoke a reaction to steal a tiny drop of your pure frequency. Do not give them absolutely anything. Your silence is the ultimate weapon against their dark attacks. When you completely refuse to react, they literally starve to death in the spiritual realm. Their fragile egos desperately need your pure emotional energy to continue existing. Your lack of response is the exact cosmic trigger that activates their severe karmic punishment. They need your attention to survive the massive shift arriving tonight. You must remain a complete stone wall. The universe has prepared a perfect and inescapable trap for the people who betrayed you. This beautiful trap was set in motion the very first day they maliciously decided to plot against your bright destiny while pretending to be your closest allies. They are walking directly into a massive spiritual ambush right now, and the specific way they are going to fall will leave you completely speechless. The divine trap has officially snapped shut tonight. They are completely caught in their own dark web. You do not have to lift a single finger. Heaven is handling absolutely everything right now. The people who secretly plotted your downfall are now facing the heavy consequences of their malicious actions. They are tasting the bitter harvest they planted in your garden. You might not see it with your physical eyes yet, but the unseen spiritual realm is shaking with divine anger. The heavy karma they thought they avoided is suddenly raining down. They thought their toxic secrets were permanently buried in the dark, but God just turned on the brightest spotlight in the entire universe to expose their hidden shadows. Remember that deep secret I told you they were hiding? Here is the shocking truth they never wanted you to discover. They never actually hated you for being different. They were fiercely intimidated by your blinding light. They constantly attacked your pure character because they saw the massive generational wealth that heaven assigned to your soul. They desperately wanted to steal your divine inheritance. They tried to break your mind completely. They whispered nasty lies to turn your own family against you. And for a short time it seemed like their dark, manipulative plan was actually working in their favor. You cried alone in your room while they smiled and pretended to be innocent. But heaven was just letting them dig their own grave. God gave them plenty of chances to simply walk away, but their toxic greed and deep jealousy completely consumed them. Now, the divine protection over your bloodline is violently rejecting their dark presence once and for all. The universe is forcing them to swallow every single lie they told about you. Their lives are silently falling apart behind closed doors. The people they turned against you are seeing their true faces. The false masks they wore for years are rapidly melting away. They can no longer hide their ugly intentions from the world. Every single door of opportunity they try to walk through is slamming directly in their panicked faces. They are experiencing a severe spiritual drought right now. The money they made through dark deceit is rapidly drying up. The relationships they built on toxic foundations are aggressively crumbling into dust. They wake up every morning with a heavy sense of dread because they know their false empire is collapsing. And the most beautiful part is they know exactly why. They know they messed with the wrong chosen one. They can feel the burning heat of divine justice pressing. They try to pray for sudden relief, but they get nothing. Their prayers are hitting a solid ceiling of cold brass. Heaven is completely ignoring their desperate cries because they showed you absolutely no mercy when you were begging for peace. This is not a random sequence of bad luck. This is the precise execution of strict spiritual laws. What you put into the universe will always return to you. They sent heavy, dark energy toward your bright destiny. So the universe is returning that exact darkness to them multiplied by 1,000 karmic times. Your spiritual team is fiercely guarding this exact transfer tonight. You must absolutely let them fall into the pit. Do not reach out your hand to save them. Do not let your empathic heart trick you into helping. If you try to interfere with their divine punishment, you will accidentally absorb the heavy karma meant for them. God demands your complete silence while this monumental spiritual correction finally takes place. The energy vampires in your family thought they were clever. They thought they successfully isolated the weird black sheep, but they simply pushed you directly into the protective arms of heaven. You became entirely untouchable to their low-frequency attacks. And now their own toxic energy has absolutely nowhere to go except straight back to the dark source. They are watching your life begin to suddenly elevate. They can clearly see the peaceful glow returning to your face. It absolutely tortures their fragile egos to see you thriving. They desperately wanted you permanently broken and weeping in the dark. But you rose from the dark ashes with 10 times more power and a brand new spiritual authority. But this initial wave of karma is just the surface. What heaven is about to do next is completely unprecedented. God is not just punishing them for what they did. The universe is about to publicly reveal the exact way they tried to sabotage your entire bloodline, and the absolute truth of their ultimate betrayal will leave you entirely speechless. The ultimate vindication you have been waiting for is finally happening right before your physical eyes. The heavy veil of lies they threw over your name is catching fire tonight. Everyone who blindly believed their toxic manipulation is suddenly waking up to the undeniable truth. Your good character is being radically restored by the universe. Remember the perfect spiritual trap I mentioned earlier? Here is exactly how it just triggered. They tried to trap you in a massive public lie. But heaven flipped the script and used their own deceitful words to expose their hidden jealousy to the entire world. They literally tripped over the exact snare they meticulously built to destroy you. The people they turned against you are seeing the absolute reality of their dark hearts. The masks they wore to hide their malicious intentions have completely melted away. You do not have to defend yourself anymore. You do not have to explain your pure intentions to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. God is personally defending your name. Heaven is speaking loudly in rooms you have not even entered yet. The people who judged you harshly are now feeling a massive wave of burning shame for ever doubting your incredibly pure heart. Your deep spiritual authority is officially re-established tonight. The title of the Chosen One is not just a spiritual concept anymore. It is a blazing crown. That crown of untouchable light is sitting firmly on your head. The dark entities that used to mock your deep empathy are now violently trembling at the sheer magnitude of your divine power. Every single tear you cried in total isolation was secretly collected by your angels. Heaven used those heavy tears to wash away the generational curse. You wiped away the toxic trauma that plagued your bloodline for absolute decades. You were the only one strong enough to endure the brutal isolation without turning completely bitter. And that pure resilience is exactly why you won the final cosmic battle. The toxic family members who constantly dismissed your spiritual gifts are completely silenced. They are now forced to watch you aggressively elevate. They are watching you step into a timeline of absolute abundance while they are stuck in the heavy karma of their own making. They realize they completely lost the greatest blessing heaven ever placed in their dark lives. Your pure light was the only thing keeping their fragile world together. You must keep your energy totally sealed right now. When they fully realize their profound mistake, they will desperately try to crawl back into your bright aura. They will offer fake apologies, hoping to steal another tiny drop of your precious light. But you must boldly reject their sudden, pathetic attempts to reconnect with your elevated soul. Your new frequency absolutely demands strict physical and energetic boundaries. You are a high-frequency soul who just conquered the hardest spiritual war of this century. The heavy chains of the past are completely shattered into a million pieces. The people who tried to bury you deeply in the dark did not realize you were a powerful divine seed. God planted you in that toxic environment to completely disrupt their demonic cycles. And your pure sacrifice did not just save your own beautiful soul. You literally broke the heavy chains for your children and the generations coming after you. The demonic cycle stops with you tonight. The universe is completely scrubbing the dark trauma forever. Your true name is echoing loudly in the highest realms of bright heaven right now. Take a massive deep breath and let the heavy war go completely. You literally survived the absolute worst they could maliciously throw at you. Your spiritual enemies used their heaviest dark weapons, and they still completely failed to break your pure golden spirit. The divine scales are finally balanced in your favor. Your soul is permanently cleared of their toxic projections and their heavy jealousy. But this massive vindication is only the first part of your divine compensation. God is not just going to clear your good name and leave you empty-handed after such a brutal fight. A massive shift is coming. Because you bravely shielded your family from that demonic attack, you are about to receive an unprecedented cosmic reward. This specific gift will completely shock everyone around you. I am going to reveal exactly what this monumental reward is. But you must intensely prepare your human heart to handle this massive blessing right now. The heavy dust of the spiritual battlefield is finally settling tonight. You are standing victorious over the toxic generational debris. God is not just wiping your pure tears away right now. The universe is actively unlocking the massive vault of divine compensation that was specifically reserved for your soul. It is time for your glorious harvest. Remember that massive secret gift heaven promised to your family. This is the exact moment it is being violently released into your physical reality. You are about to receive an unprecedented wave of extreme financial abundance and unbreakable spiritual peace. This monumental blessing will completely overflow into every single area of your new life. The demonic entities tried to keep your bloodline in total poverty. They aggressively maintained a dark cycle of financial struggle and severe emotional lack. but your incredible resilience just shattered that heavy ceiling into a million pieces. Your children and the generations coming after you will never have to taste the bitter struggle you endured. Because you boldly stood in the gap for them, heaven is rewriting your family name. You are officially the wealthy foundation of a brand new lineage. The toxic people who try to bury you will be forced to watch your rapid ascension. They will be entirely paralyzed by the sheer magnitude of the sudden wealth pouring over you. This divine reward is not going to take years to manifest. The cosmic wheels are aggressively spinning in your favor this exact week. Opportunities that were maliciously blocked by energy vampires are suddenly swinging wide open. You will receive shocking phone calls and completely unexpected windfalls of extreme abundance out of thin air. You absolutely earned this monumental reward through your pure blood and tears. You did not compromise your beautiful golden spirit when they attacked you. You remained a genuine empath even when they tried to turn your heart stone cold. And because you kept your frequency pure, the universe owes you a massive cosmic debt. But this extreme blessing is not just about material wealth and money. It is a radical restoration of your physical health and your mental clarity. The deep exhaustion that plagued your physical body is being permanently washed away. You will wake up tomorrow with a fierce, bright energy that absolutely terrifies the dark entities hiding nearby. You are the undeniable chosen one of this entire era. The heavy spiritual crown you wear is finally manifesting into tangible earthly power. God is actively placing you in rooms with high-frequency souls who will instantly recognize your immense value. The days of begging for basic respect and human decency are completely over. The malicious energy vampires who drained you are permanently locked out of this new timeline. They cannot touch your new money or your restored peace. The massive spiritual shield around your home is aggressively reflecting any leftover dark intentions. You are living inside an untouchable fortress of blinding divine light and pure holy fire. You must fiercely protect this massive blessing as it arrives. Do not share your good news with people who secretly hate your bright success. Keep your beautiful harvest completely hidden from the toxic family members who refuse to heal. They do not deserve a single drop of the pure abundance you fought so hard to secure. The universe is asking you to simply sit back and open your hands. Stop fighting because the heavy spiritual war is officially over forever. You are a powerful cycle breaker who successfully completed the hardest mission on Earth. Let the divine angels bring the massive spoils of war directly to your front door right now. Every single ounce of pain you felt is being converted into solid gold. Your intense spiritual suffering was actually an aggressive investment into your future. Now the cosmic bank is paying out your massive dividends with extreme interest. The ultimate reward is officially yours, but you must actively prepare your soul to receive it. The sudden influx of this high-frequency wealth will literally make your physical body feel lighter. The heavy chains of anxiety that wrapped around your chest are aggressively shattering into dust tonight. You are stepping into a glorious new reality where extreme abundance is your natural birthright. The universe is fiercely commanding you to rise. Take a very deep and slow breath right now and let the heavy tension completely leave your tired shoulders. The brutal spiritual war you have been fighting for years is officially over, so you do not have to constantly look over your shoulder anymore. God has completely secured the perimeter around your physical and spiritual life. You are finally safe to rest in this pure light. The extreme anxiety that used to wake you up in the middle of the night is permanently gone. You are stepping into a profound season of absolute stillness. It might feel a little bit strange at first because your nervous system is so used to constant chaos, but you must allow your beautiful body to deeply relax. The dangerous storm has passed and your ultimate victory is fully secured. You have spent your entire life in strict survival mode, and you built heavy armor to protect your empathic heart from the toxic energy vampires in your family. But heaven is gently asking you to take that heavy armor off right now. You do not need it in this brand new timeline. The massive divine shield surrounding your home is perfectly capable of deflecting any stray dark energy. Now, it is time to prepare your mind to actively receive the massive blessings we just talked about. You cannot hold extreme abundance if your hands are still clinging to the heavy pain of the past. You must release every single ounce of lingering resentment. Forgive yourself for trusting the wrong people. You were simply operating with a pure heart in a very dark environment. God is fiercely commanding you to shift your identity today. You are no longer the wounded scapegoat of a broken family tree. You are the untouchable chosen one who successfully broke the generational curse. You must start speaking and walking with the immense spiritual authority that heaven just handed to you. Do not shrink yourself down to make other people feel comfortable. Your family needs you to stand incredibly tall right now. You are the spiritual anchor for your entire household. As this massive cosmic shift fully activates tonight, your calm energy will perfectly stabilize the people you love. They might feel the intense atmospheric pressure changing, but your absolute peace will silently reassure them that everything is divinely protected. Tell your heart that it is finally safe to dream again. The toxic limitations that kept you stuck in the dark are completely shattered. The universe is clearing a massive runway for your highest destiny to take flight. You will start having incredibly vivid dreams filled with bright golden light and clear divine instructions. Pay very close attention to those specific midnight messages. Your spiritual team is working overtime to ensure this smooth transition. The angels are literally sweeping the heavy debris out of your physical home, so you might feel a sudden urge to clean your room or throw away old items. Follow that pure urge immediately. Your physical space is simply matching the massive energetic clearing that is happening inside your bright, beautiful soul. You have completely graduated from the hardest spiritual school in the universe. The painful tests are over, and you passed with absolute flying colors. Now you are simply waiting for the massive graduation gifts to arrive at your front door. Do not let any sudden pangs of doubt ruin this beautiful moment. You absolutely deserve every single drop of this high-frequency abundance. The dark entities are permanently locked outside in the cold. They can only press their faces against the glass and watch you fiercely elevate. They cannot touch your joy. They cannot intercept your massive financial windfalls. Their false power over you is completely neutralized, and their toxic opinions hold absolutely zero weight in your brand new, majestic reality. Heaven orchestrated this exact video to find you at the perfect time. God knew you were feeling incredibly exhausted and close to giving up. This message is your ultimate divine confirmation that your pure sacrifice was fully accepted, and the massive divine infusion of extreme wealth is actively downloading into your spirit. The heavy extraction is officially finished today. You must claim this new reality with absolute bold confidence. The universe responds to the exact frequency you project. If you project immense gratitude and quiet power, the universe will violently multiply your blessings. You are a powerful creator now. The words you speak tonight will literally shape the foundation of your family for the next 100 years. The heavy spiritual extraction is absolutely complete. Your pure soul has successfully survived the darkest valley, and you are standing in the bright light of a brand new era. The generational curse that suffocated your ancestors is permanently broken today. Your bloodline is finally completely free from that toxic demonic grip, because heaven is proudly celebrating your monumental victory right now. Look at your family and deeply realize the magnitude of what you just accomplished. You bravely shielded them from a massive spiritual attack they could not even see. Your silent tears built an unbreakable fortress of divine light around their fragile lives. They might never fully comprehend the sheer magnitude of your deep sacrifice, but the universe has meticulously recorded your incredible resilience for the rest of eternity. You are the genuine empath who completely changed the trajectory of your entire lineage. Your high frequency is now permanently locked into a timeline of extreme abundance. The dark entities who aggressively tried to steal your bright destiny are forever banished. They are completely powerless against the blazing spiritual authority you currently carry, and you are truly untouchable today. The massive financial windfalls and deep peace we discussed are actively materializing. Do not look back at the heavy pain that tried to completely destroy you. That old toxic reality no longer exists in your vibrant new universe. You must strictly focus your beautiful energy on receiving the massive cosmic harvest while opening your heart wide to the absolute miracles rapidly approaching your home. Every single day moving forward will bring a brand new confirmation of your absolute victory. You will see incredible signs and synchronicities everywhere you look. These beautiful signs are direct messages from heaven reminding you of your incredibly pure strength. The angels want you to constantly remember how fiercely you fought to protect your sacred bloodline, because you are a legendary earth angel with a massive divine purpose. But you must formally claim this extreme blessing to fully activate it in the physical realm. The spiritual laws require your active participation to permanently seal this new frequency. Your spoken word is the ultimate key that aggressively locks the massive vault of divine protection. You absolutely cannot leave your energetic doors wide open for the enemy to sneak back inside when you have already won the final cosmic battle. God has completely cleared the path for your total elevation. Your angelic team is standing by to officially finalize this monumental spiritual upgrade. They are waiting for your absolute clear signal that you are ready to inherit the massive abundance. It is incredibly vital that you perform this exact spiritual action right now so you can physically align with this powerful frequency forever. Follow this page right now to seal your family's spiritual protection and lock out the enemy permanently. Hitting that button is your formal declaration to the universe that you absolutely accept this massive divine shield. It completely solidifies your brand new status as the victorious chosen one. Do not let this crucial frequency slip away from you tonight, because you absolutely must claim your ultimate power right now. Type the exact word Amen in the comments to officially lock in this extreme financial and spiritual abundance. Your bold confirmation aggressively sends a shockwave of pure light through the unseen realm. It absolutely terrifies the dark forces who maliciously thought they could easily defeat your golden spirit. Your simple action is a heavy cosmic stamp of divine approval, and the massive spiritual transaction is officially complete tonight. Your beautiful family is forever safe under this massive angelic watch. The toxic energy vampires will never be able to locate your bright aura again. You are stepping into a glorious season where absolutely everything works in your ultimate divine favor. Every single broken piece of your heart is being miraculously restored with solid gold, while the universe loves you incredibly deeply. Do not ever let anyone make you doubt the sheer magnitude of your spiritual gifts. You survived a heavy demonic attack that would have completely destroyed a normal person. But you are not a normal person. You are a fiercely protected child of the highest divine order, and your pure light is currently blinding every single toxic entity that tries to look in your general direction. Rest your tired mind tonight, knowing the brutal war is completely over. Tomorrow morning you will wake up as a completely transformed high-frequency soul. The massive generational wealth is already waiting for you at the front door. You are the truly untouchable cycle breaker, and your beautiful brand new life of extreme spiritual and financial abundance officially begins right now.